Depending on that momentum.
Hi, I'm Chad.
Hi, Chad.
Alex, I need to just make it's clear to the viewers. We are being held up at Blaster Point by ENCE support staff. So if the casting is a little bit biased, it's because we may be getting shot at any moment here. So we apologize, but there's nothing we can do when there are projectiles heading our way. It's Alex and I, joined by Matthew McConaughey. Fresh off the jet and ready to take us through this next map. Matthew, how's the treasure hunting been going?
It's pretty good. Just cracking over Monster keeps me sharp between the ears, Chad, and we're going to need to be for this BO3. Winners match straight to the quarterfinals. Who doesn't want to skip a few rounds of playoffs?
Okay, well, I've just done my statistical analysis, and I am seeing have funds from only one member of ENCE, and no, Snappy joined them. Okay, so it's a 3-2 split of the good luck have funds.
No good lucks, I saw.
No GLs.
Yeah, only have fun. You're about to get slammed.
Yeah, well, Madden might be. Pre-aimed now by
Molly,
zorte.
oh golly.
Team Molly, and they're already out. Madden hiding behind that smoke. And it is Sunpius to meet zorte's P250. forZe get the opener they look for, and now shalfey does get equalized upon. Those Julies spamming the smoke. Diha double, Result triple. Outplayed, outgamed. Result's Glock just finds 3 heads.
And that was part of the you know, what Jerry was hyping up about this kid, right? Like his mechanical ability, which is something that even Maui was saying, like, that's the last thing I'd pick when I see Result. But the more and more matches we watch this guy play on LAN, the better he does look. And, you know, I saw this guy in one of the Prodigy teams in We Play Academy League, and he never really stood out massively. So whatever Jerry's done with this guy, as he, again, builds a young roster of CIS talent, has been incredible.
Not just Jerry as well. I think Result gave us a little insight that his mental game has been helped by the psychologist.
Yeah, that's right.
He gave a lot of brownie points, saying he really helped me individually. And so maybe just unlocking and, you know, self-actualizing into the player he's always been capable of being. What do you reckon of this force buy, though, Chadney?
Well, the scout is the most threatening part of all of this here, right? Sunpius needs to puff his chest a little bit and try and get a couple of tags with this to make it a little bit lighter of the load as these upgrades of the AKs, the Galils, the MAC-10s make their way in towards A. Now that is putting them on notice. Okay, there's a scout in play. What utility do we have? What type of execute is applicable against this? And hey, boys, please, nobody else cops 70 damage to that bad boy.
When we were talking to Mouse on the cast, they were saying they'd rather be dead than be hit by a scout.
I remember that.
Your entire round. You just don't even feel the freedom to play, and Results had to swap off his gun, play a MAC-10. So Sunpius, any more tags coming up on this A side? Not today. forZe grabbing the bomb, rerouting down lower. zorte's trying to sell it, but he's not done too much of a job. It's still going to be a 2-2 split for ENCE. Snappy at this B site has a smoke still available, and once that Monster 1 fades, forZe are going to be on the clock.
Yeah, well, now this is the pressure decision making here, because Snappy will drop this, and that is going to buy them all the way down into the final 10 to 15 seconds or so. It's forcing forZe now to take the bomb up through the short position, and Jerry, well, he's going to see what he can find. 20 seconds, boys. Yeah, and the rotation's coming over now. Here's the hit.
Yeah, ENCE really should be set for success. The flashes, the cleavers, the deegs do connect for Snappy, but still Diha unable to disrupt the pass. They do get the frags necessary, and that bomb does go down with, what, 4 seconds to spare. Wow, it is a horrible sinking feeling, isn't it, on that T-side conversion where you've just spent a little too long and you have that horrible sinking feeling of there's probably the whole team around this corner.
Yeah, did a good job there of trading their way into the site. Hugo, I want to show us, I don't know if you called this earlier in the day, it's before you were called into work. Take a look at the downloaded files on this PC here. And yeah, check out these. You can start. Let's start with start with this one. So
oh, I saw this live. I actually wanted to go back in the demo. I'm glad you did it.
Yeah,
I don't know
I've
how
done this
he nailed
in slow-mo here.
Ladder,
right, I've done this in slow-mo for everybody.
Yeah.
So it's just coming up.
Oh, it's perfect.
Look at it sailing through the sky. Isn't it beautiful?
We should get this on the stream, actually. Do you want
I played it earlier today,
okay.
but you probably could. And then I also have it from Wonderful's perspective if you wanted to. That should be nade 3.
This is just even more slow.
Yeah, I went 6% on that one there. I just wanted to really make sure people understood what was happening. Check this out. Ooh. Look how close he is to, like, once you see how close he is to having it planted, look at it, Hugo. Look
all the numbers in.
Look.
Got all the numbers in.
Dead.
Oh, that's a value of good communication. You know, prioritizing, just getting that nade kill, the backside, rather than going up the bed looking for fights. Yeah, that was a crazy round. We're going B-rush, boys.
Respect.
It's an old school classic. forZe out Monster with a pace.
Yeah, it shouldn't be too many troubles for Jerry. He is flashbang for now, and it's going to be Krad farming up the first. Snappy reveals that Galil, but it's gone. Short-lived success for the Dane, as we do see the remaining two hold on to what they can, maybe take a little bit away from forZe, but a very successful conversion here.
That's not bad from D-Hard at all, is it? Killing a zorte, not too shabby. shalfey going to see what he can find here, but guess what? He's going to get beaten to the punch here by the back 10 of Result. Sampaius with another, so damage. And now Sampaius should actually try and look for a little bit more here. You don't want to hold on to this scout into the next round of play. The Kevlar, however, that'd be quite nice, so maybe, just maybe, we'll see him get on out of dodge. But at least a bit of damage here for ENCE. And I like the call from forZe. I also like the stack from ENCE, right? Well, okay, we know there's a scout, we know there's a Galil. We don't want to get tagged. Let's just go fast B and try and remove that as an option. We will have to trade, so everyone make sure you're on high alert. And, well, walk away with 2 alive on an AK and a Galil, respectively. So good stuff. Isn't it weird to see Krad's like evolution? Yeah. Because remember back, because we got to speak to when he was in Dream Eaters with like Kinky and Sviat, and there's a couple more in the mix there. forZe was in the team then too. One more. forZe, Kinky, Krad, Speedak, that's the guy. And that was in Berlin in start of 2019. Yeah, and feels like a lifetime ago.
Yeah, that was such a long time ago. I think it was even Perfecto playing for Simon Gaming.
He was, yeah.
Or something.
Wow. He was, with Razmik Boss.
Yes, and Kioz, and a couple more in there.
Where are they now? We could do a whole little segment.
Yeah, Torek, the first Azerbaijani player at a major circuit.
That's forward. That is a very forward position from NertZ. You can see Krad got caught off by just how postured he was.
NertZ's jawline's not messing around either, is it?
Nah, it's approaching like the GigaJad levels.
Chiseled. We even had Simple on the desk yesterday talk about, the World Cup of CS and how the Israeli scene is popping off and how that would be a viable, and we were even saying like you could make a good 5-man roster out of Israeli players, mostly ex-Endpoint players, hilariously, or ENCE players.
No, they are the feeder team for Israeli players, right? It's strange.
And just the Middle East in general. Boros as well going through that team. They've had a wealth of talent.
I guess it makes sense. Go to an English-speaking team to learn your to get your international reps in. There's no way you're going to learn quicker than a couple of guys who are speaking in British accent really fast.
And they've all got some good banter. They pick it up as well. Even Flames, funny guy, having spent some time with the Endpoint boys.
You mean Daniel Jackson?
Daniel Jackson from the west coast of England.
The west coast.
Of course.
NertZ, speak his name. He's actually hidden by that smoke perfectly. They're going to overlook it. He's a little slow on the first, but does deal down onto Jerry as well. A clean lockout for ENCE's first gun round on the defense. I say that as shalfey and zorte are still actually investigating the off-angle. Madden, perfect conversion. And yeah, zorte, he has the bomb on his back, but that's the only thing going for him as he looks to maintain his AWP into the next.
Now, I understand there's a lot of different approaches to a map like Overpass, but I think the one that is the most disruptive is when you have riflers playing in the fashion that NertZ is, right? You think about other individuals like Rain or Fur of the old days, right, where he would be hyper-aggressive. And essentially, once the round gets started, if you get left to your own devices and that AWPer of yours is rotating around the map, you're deathmatching. You pick a position and you get as many kills and be as disruptive from the... You're not overstepping the mark, you're not hunting kills, but you're basically just pivoting and dancing, looking for some frags like this. You can see a minute 40 seconds, so still pretty early in the round, gets that, drops all the way back, and then in the final 40, secures the round with this nice double. And that's what we need to see from NertZ, right? So, and this is the great thing for ENCE in their run here. Let's say they lose to forZe. We're still only going to... Well, actually, no. Let's say they win against forZe. They've only played against teams who... Look, the ENCE were favored to beat in the first place. So this is a nice soft launch pad for ENCE. When they go up against the bigger teams, I think that's when we truly get to see what they're capable of. But more convincing here today against the title-looking forZe, that won't hurt either.
And NertZ has played nuts. He's top fragged both their series, plus 17 in the first one. He's had two really good, warm-up games, we'll call them, against ATK and Rare Atom. But, the warm-up games is what you need. Fresh to a roster with some tier 1 teams waiting in the playoffs.
He has a lot of help now, though, Hugo. Check this one out. He is far from alone on this forward setup. They've got a 3-man toilet setup, a trap that's going to be sprung when Sampaius has pulled the trigger.
Barrel.
Not going to go down. It's Krad that catches him, but the other two did connect with their rifles, so man advantage for ENCE. Oh, on retreat, shalfey. Oh! That's naughty. And the bomb will go down as well.
Felt like a fight that they didn't need to take. I think they knew that they could isolate a duel there, wanted to trade out in the interim. The bomb's getting planted, and now Madden and Snappy are left with nothing left to do but save. So that one is less than ideal, I think would be the best way to frame it. Unfortunate there, but a good round from forZe. They're going to get 4 on the board quite early here.
Yeah, they've been doing a lot of work. I mean, even after they won their opening 2 games, Jerry was saying how the job isn't done. They're going to go home and, well, not go home, go back to their prac rooms and spend 2 long days working for this matchup. And not only are forZe, more rife with upsets. I'd say ENCE's run was pretty easy considering the big team from their side of the bracket lost, obviously, to Rare Atom on day 1. But forZe took down Na'Vi, man. That's a legit win. Obviously, CIS matchups can go everywhere, as we always know, but still, forZe, I think they're here to take some titles.
Mate, if zorte can continue to be the closer he was in their games...
That's right, on Mirage, right? He definitely was a factor.
Just an incredible close. And this was great from shalfey, by the way. That second duel, you can see Diha, he felt like he had 2 options in front of him, opted to charge up long instead of defending that bomb site.
It's the bleached hair, I'm telling you. Quick build, but not quick enough. A jump spot will spell demise of an ENCE player, but forZe can't hang here forever.
The immediate question is whether or not those forward positions continue to push the issue, because they could have been in playground by now. NertZ hasn't. He's quite happy to continue to be in a bit more forward on the party position. And actually, Pius, emboldened by his teammate alongside, he's going looking for a fight, and, well, clips the wings of Jerry on the cross.
Yeah, he's going to have a good idea that he tagged him, but it's not going to know for how much damage for here. So Jerry's still
there.
Oh, that's and we'll go down to Krad here. So they found the thorn in their side of this A defense here, forZe. They've dislodged it, plucked him out, and now applying a bit of pressure. This is where they can pull the strings across the map. So ENCE, you either gamble a site save again, or you hope that someone can step up with a multi-kill here.
Oh, they still had 3B until Krad got that really deep smoke in on long, and now ENCE, knowing they've lost the info, they've rotated a second player up. This is a powerful spot, though, for Snappy. The Orcs making a bit of a comeback in this tournament. Seen Karrigan all over it. Can Snappy, another Danish in-game leader, put on a show? He falls immediately off the top, and while he won't die, that smoke will keep this B site for ENCE.
Oh!
Stressful, stressful.
He jumped on the nade!
Yeah, but still, look at the time. They have to go up short. It is still just a 2-2 split.
Connected A. Connected A.
They are.
It's on the Pius.
Oh, okay.
My God.
But then Krad could have him. He gets 1 chance. Misses it between the wickets. He's
Dead.
a dead man. And so surely the round will fall apart.
Save, boys. Don't even give this one a crack. 14 seconds. The bomb's going to get punched in just under that 10 mark. A 3-on-5. And that should be it.
Wow,
Snappy's
this is
low.
convincing.
Yeah, a great start from forZe.
Really impressive.
And then the bigger question is, if this continues in this fashion, and let's say forZe would overpass, I know we're only 6 rounds into the game, it's going to be how much work have forZe done on their Anubis in those few days? Because against Spirit, they didn't look much chop.
I'm glad we get the Anubis as a guaranteed map within this series, just so we can, take tabs on their progress. Diha spotted out, lingering around. Snappy's caught 1 in spawn.
Rush, you still here, or are you going home after one series as usual?
This is my 2nd series, and I will be going home after this series.
I just wanted to check.
Yeah, okay.
Just checking, that's
What are you up to? You chilling?
What? Yeah,
Oh, okay.
I'm casting.
Oh,
casting
the next
right
2.
Rush, you got any Counter-Strike plans for the evening? Or?
Might be sticking around for a little bit of CS tonight, Alex, if you're interested.
Yeah, I am in the market.
He's going to do the bracket draw, though.
Yeah, okay. Well, I mean, I'll be playing video games into the early hours.
He's not really. They don't want Rush anywhere near the bracket
okay,
draw,
phew.
mate.
Huh? What's going on?
Hugo, long time listener, first time caller, user number BMB9000 on Reddit has made a thread called Valorant to CSGO. They got a question directed at you here, Hugo. It says, hi. The past 2.5 years, I've been pretty much only a Valorant player and ended up hitting the Immortal rank top 1%, comparable to, do you know what SMFC is?
Supreme Master First Class, 2nd highest rank in Counter-Strike matchmaking, Chad.
Bloody hell. One of my friends told me to play CSGO with him, and I'm having a lot of fun, but feel like my mechanics/game sense are struggling to transfer over between the 2 games, despite how similar they are. Any advice in transferring my Valorant skill to this game? Thank you.
Interesting question.
Because you played some Valorant.
I played a little bit, yeah. I've hit some ranks.
What do you think they should do?
Practice. Practice.
Thanks,
practice,
Hugo.
practice.
And I was laughing because I don't...
Oh! Wow, 2nd time's the charm. Zorte draws blood straight away. I like the response. Go on, NertZ. He's been in a more forward position than previously. But, I don't know, forZe are pretty damn rigid on this. The trade, immediate. And that looks dangerous for some
He's
Pius.
boxed. They should surge forward here.
He's dead. He knows he's trapped.
Look how quick they're pushing up here, just trying to take this space. So they know that his connector, he can't be long. They know it was the orb. They've locked him in. Oh, he's actually been able to buy himself a little bit of room here. I'm surprised they haven't just surged forward for this kill.
He loves that molly because now he can focus on lower con as well.
Gets
But
out.
even now, we've got pushes towards B. He gets out towards short, and Diha almost goes one step too far. Would have loved to see him lock down the monster position. Instead, he's going to help out his Zorte. That will give forZe the room to get grouped on the B side.
This could still fall apart, considering how good it looked a moment ago here. I know that you have this forward position to Diha. If... hold up a second.
Krad's pretty switched on. He's not going to go until his boys have crossed, surely.
And are they just going to go monster? That's the next
Like
question.
this is, yeah, he's going to clear. Diha. Oh, dead. Yeah, he did manage to get himself, like, at least started to engage, but this one already falls by the wayside.
And Krad's already hunting. You see that? He has surged back up towards A to constrict any of the rotations deeper in towards the T territory.
And look at Zorte's posting. Like, he's got his... Anyone tries to stop that plant, Zorte had the angle.
Yeah, that's great. Good counter-strike.
It's done.
Yeah.
But to answer your question, Chad, or answer your friend's question on Reddit, of course, there is going to be a wave of Valorant players coming to Counter-Strike because, you know, this is the better game, firstly. But, you know, we've got those people who got interested by Valorant as an FPS game,
Sure.
and then they see CS, and it's hard to leave CS once you find it. To actually answer the question, this game, far more based in movement. Oh, God, okay.
Knife him. Do it.
Lovely stuff. And no, this game's far more based in movement. So I think the important factor is it's not just aiming, it's knowing how to move, and it's knowing how and when to counter strafe and be able to actually avoid shots. You know, you see players doing funny things, especially on pistol rounds, jumping around corners. There's far more movement options in this game than in other FPS titles. So I think that's an underrated aspect of aiming, is moving, being able to dodge, but also put yourself in positions and favorable angles to take fights. On top of that, headshotting is great. Ask Harry Russell, he knows all about it, but you've got to learn to spray. You've got to have those spray controls for the primary rifles in Counter-Strike, and it's not a Valorant piece.
When I'm getting people attuned to their first attempt at like playing some Counter-Strike, I've got them in aimbots and I've gotten through the basics of the AD and the counter-strafing. The next thing is like try and get like the first 7 of the spray. I'm not asking, don't sit there and do recall master for 30. No one's gonna, it's not game ready with 30 spray, but if you can get yourself a nice precise first 7, you'll find gunfights get a little bit more easy.
Yeah, more than bursting, because I think in Valorant, like, firstly, the spray is literally RNG after a certain, it's like 7 bullets, it goes RNG, which is hilarious, but, you know, being able to spray more than burst, I think bursting in this game is nowhere near as...
viable?
Yeah, but also like is either tap or like 2-bullet burst, or just go commit to sprays, especially on like A4. If you're playing the A4, you should be able to do that spray control pretty easy, and you're going to get a lot more kills as a result.
I can't believe I still didn't know what the second highest rank in Counter-Strike was. I've only ever been the highest, so...
Yeah, you wouldn't know. Top 1%.
Yeah, I don't often look down from my ivory tower.
3K
down
low.
your hair, Chatty B. Some Pius is actually considering it.
They took a second timeout, and it looks the same.
It does look different in the sense that shalfey's the first to go down.
And NertZ isn't dead yet.
Yeah, that's true too.
Not committed in middle, but he is committed in connector, and he's going to hear this one coming. Molly goes over the top, and NertZ wins his fight. He can escape B, but he wants to send it. Get a little bit more aggressive, take some space. And with this position, he doesn't need to go up the ladder, but he hears those footsteps. Any transition between A and B will be known about. Zorte walking, climbing to his death, and somehow survives.
He only did 14 damage
I
there.
mean, he wasn't seeing much. It was like just got him in the kneecap or something.
Premature on that one.
Oh, that's a big shot.
Okay, so the difference is Snappy found the opening, and it forced them into NertZ in connector, and then he's been able to take a lot of room, a lot of space. Has all the information, just needs the kills, and can take down Jerry. Zorte, the last man standing, has already been spotted earlier in the round. Where does that go?
Yeah, that's a lineup, so I'm presuming some sort of one way if you jump on the ledge. Yeah, that is cheeky. He's got all the tricks, man. This guy does look like the real deal. I want to ask you guys, do you think this is the ENCE roster now that will be able to compete for titles? Sure, we've seen ENCE make some runs in Pro Leagues gone by, but they've never felt like a title contender with this European roster.
Every component now has had like a convincing individual performance. Like Diha, I think a lot of us remember when him breaking onto our screens. He seems like a very hard worker. Sun Pius felt like a very exciting component to add to the roster. And now, yeah, with NertZ, it does feel like it's Snappy plus 4 talented international players, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah, and Snappy's an in-game leader who can go off as well.
He does, yeah. It's like once every 4 games, we have a Snappy game.
Yeah.
And I feel that, right, that we have that with Snappy. I feel that we have that with like a few in-game. Yeah, Carrigan as well. Like there's definitely games where these guys can take over, and that's when they're really feeling it here. I am the jury is still out as far as I'm concerned with ENCE, and it's because I just need to see more, right? It's really hard to judge them off of the matches they've played so far, and the one match that they're playing against a team who's taken down bigger opponents, Spirit and Na'Vi respectively, is already pushing them here. So to make any comment on where ENCE are and what they can do, I couldn't do it yet, Hugo. I need to wait.
Watch NertZ go long. You know, he's constantly mixing it up, and he's loud, heard. Krad got him, dead to rights.
Watch him win it. Okay. Thank goodness forZe needed that one.
He's aggressive, isn't he?
Yeah.
He's definitely got the aggressive bone in his body.
I like that he's not backing down from it, but other than that, it's going to start becoming a bit of a liability here, especially being 4 rounds down on the CT side of Overpass. And this is one of those maps where I feel on the CT side you need at least 10.
It puts some players on notice, essentially.
He's still positive, though, in that category. He's 3-2 as far as opening exchanges go.
Which, yeah, I think the difference is it's like it's feast or famine. Wow, great shot from some Pius. And now, perhaps that will cancel their plans. They were walking long. They know the AWP is occupying that space. A smoke to perhaps set up behind it. Zorte's going to be throwing that one out. And Diha rotating through. In fact, Snappy's joining him.
This smoke is good because they've done this before and faked with it.
But
so
they're ahead
now
of it.
there's a commitment with this play. Is it even coming in? Yeah, it's going to be just so they can cross past toilets. But ENCE are all in the site. Everyone is set up behind the bomb plant. Krad, is he going to come through? He goes over the top. Diha wins his first fight. A nice spray back for 2. But the last player is late. shalfey needs to hurry up on this short side. Sumpire holding down the line. 20 seconds. And there's only a flash, but it's on shalfey. That's not much help here. forZe have got to frag him.
Bomb's long. Still mad and stubborn about short side. He's going to be working on that flank, wants to get the timing right. But the bomb will likely go down if Sumpire doesn't hit this shot.
Oh, that's crispy.
shalfey deletes him and a couple of seconds to spare.
Oh, he did! He denied!
If shalfey wasn't ready for that play,
Yeah.
that's an ENCE round right there.
Yikes!
Yeah, I guess you look at it through the lens of the time. You think maybe Sumpire could have played fullback and seen if the bomb plant does go down.
I don't even think that fight for Sumpire is a bad player. Like,
Nah,
he should be hitting that.
it's
but
hard,
he
right?
just gets pre-fired.
But as they just let that clock simmer down, they have to know it's not B, right? So, oh. That's how I felt at that final moment there. That is how I felt at the final moment there when we kills the guy planting and still dies. That is the worst. I would hate that feeling. It's like, I did the hard part.
Yeah.
Right? I did the bit that
Couldn't survive.
It's not an easy shot either.
I needed a bit more health, a bit more armor.
Damn. Okay, ENCE, well, they've still got to buy at least, but forZe have, you can't deny, build up an incredible T side, only 9 rounds deep, and we've used 3 timeouts from ENCE in these 9 rounds, 7 of which for forZe. I mean, their T side's done, and there's the cherry on top, and there's more coming.
Good gracious.
I just realized that they're doing it without really needing Jerry. You know, like he hasn't been hitting too many shots. He's got himself 1 kill so far, and yet it's a 7-2 T side. That is a testament to the talent around him, where you've got shalfey, zorte, Krad at 9, Resort on 5. The kill distribution very solid. As we head ourselves into round 10, it's time for ENCE to start pulling up their socks, and NertZ does want to avoid any of those opening engagements. He is going to take a more passive stance now as they lean B early.
Yeah, I'm just curious with it. Ooh, hold up a second. We'll come back to it. This orb boosted.
Somehow shalfey's going to be perfectly flashed off the line, gets himself out, and already accelerating up short.
What are they?
Maybe?
Oh, the connector push. Diha this time is not going to be NertZ. He's going to grab the kill on a result, so that's not too bad.
Pre-smoked it.
They're very safe with that one, aren't they? We'll dump this just in case. Let's see if they can convert off the back of this Diha opener now. Bomb still down over towards T-Spawn, so that can be picked up at any moment. There's still over a minute left on the clock at this juncture.
And it's nice how Diha has actually been allowed to get out as well because they've been just leaving Krad alone in playground and going for B defaults. ENCE get the con kill and they still run away. And there's no punishment here. So a 5-on-4 untraded with the AWP moved back onto the A site. This has all the makings of an ENCE round. NertZ is going to activate, but they're only just getting here. His timing is not as good as he thinks. They found him. Can he escape?
Just about. Oh, he re-aggresses. Catches Krad on the hunt and extends the lead for ENCE for their third. He's just playing this like fallback rifling.
Yeah, he looked at his radar just there and noted that he had teammates top side. This is ridiculous. The way that he is just happy to joust with them in bathrooms, and he sent them away. He's ushered them off, and that is going to be the round right there. So ENCE will get the... Boys, can you just save, please?
They are.
I'm trying to say that this is the ENCE third round. Can you just save? Thank you.
Saving in an offensive set.
Don't make me come over there.
Just rip their headphones off. Oi!
Save those
Goddamn guns! Actually, that's pretty valuable save.
Yeah, forZe provided the luxury off of the scoreline. They can drop over one more rifle as well. So things are actually still looking pretty good. But ENCE with a couple of opening moves. And, NertZ, he can't back off there, really. He realizes if he runs the whole way after getting spotted in toilet, they're going to chase him and they will kill him before he makes it back. So he makes the heads-up decision to, okay, I'm going to make it look like I'm backing off, but I'm still taking kills.
I don't want to interject here and completely derail where we're at in this game thus far, but we are in another timeout. And my partner just messaged me and she said, I want to buy a knife, bayonet, or classic.
Ooh.
Thoughts I can't decide. Now, I need to ask, is it an M9, right? Are we talking an M9 bayonet? Or are we talking
the other one?
Wait, or is classic? Is it when it says classic? Is classic meant to be
Classic
M9?
is in like 1.6 classic.
I think
right?
she's the classic.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think.
Was she a 1.6er?
No.
Okay, don't get a classic.
But the bayonet, like it's the spin as it comes out of your hand. It just looks too good on the quick.
Tell her
switches.
she can buy my Autotronic if she wants.
Okay.
Autotronic. That's the ugly red one, isn't it?
Ugly. Wow.
Yeah, I mean,
I kind of like it.
yeah, it's cool. Everyone can have their own taste.
She's got my paracord at the moment.
That's also quite pretty.
Which one's that? There's one with a circle.
It's got like the rope for
no,
the
I think
handle.
skeleton. Oh yeah, okay,
Yeah.
no.
I thought the paracord's pretty good.
That's
pretty
quite
cool.
nice, yeah.
James had me drinking the flip knife Kool-Aid for a while, just because with an AWP it looks very
Yeah,
cool.
I keep my flip knife because I opened it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Oh, that's
Dragon Law or Law flip knife stat track. Doesn't have to-
factory new as well, right?
I don't think it.
No,
I don't
field
think, I
tested.
think it's field tested.
You can't really tell.
Let us know what you think in Twitch chat. Help us out.
Yeah, knife decisions to be made and headshots to be felt. Diha loses his head as we look for an 8th for forZe. It's only Madden here. A good duel against shalfey, but he's got too much to handle. Jerry quick on the trade, quick on the draw. Snappy smokes himself out, hoping to get something around the edge of it. Very cheeky. It's a suspicious smoke to throw, though. I think forZe are going to have the opportunity to avoid it. Some Pius and NertZ considering their options, waiting for Snappy to deliver, and he does profit from it. Can they clear out this pit? It's occupied, and it's a lovely headshot from Result. Oh, geez. Snappy's screwed.
Oh.
Wow, is he playing these angles so well?
Don't exist. These aren't angles, Alex. These are just he's barely seeing faces, and he's taking them all off. Zorte will close, and forZe look focused on this T side. 8 rounds, and they put ENCE down to their final buy. If ENCE don't win this rifle round, forZe are finding a double-digit T side. That would be a statement.
I've been corrected. It was someone in Twitch chat said it was a butterfly that I opened. You said flip knife, didn't you?
Yes.
Yeah. Sorry,
Is it a
guys.
butterfly you got?
Yeah.
Did you get? Was it the law? You
Yeah.
opened the butterfly
Yeah.
law. That's a pretty
I don't
sexy
even know what
knife.
my knife is.
I want to get myself, I had a vanilla butterfly, and I got
Oh, they were, Alex, I sold mine back in the day. I sold it for 160 euros. They're thousands now for just vanilla.
Oh, damn it.
It hurts. It hurts.
Result. He's hurt a lot right now, down to 8 points of health, but NertZ will go down first.
Hello.
Shalfey. Oh, do
surely
it.
you
Get
don't.
another one. Get another one.
He's really squeezing the lemons right now. He's getting everything he can out of this round. He's going to get his team to Group B, and then he'll take the shot when they're ready. This is an excellent play. Very risky, but there's the reward. And now they pop into B. Snappy just jumped out of his skin.
That's
100%.
yeah. Maybe we get the replay of Snappy when he gets shot in the side of the head there.
What? And Madden's reaction as well was suddenly he has to do so much. He's done well to get away for a moment. There's Shalfey. This is his round. This is his round. This is his world. D has his next victim, and he makes it look so damn good. That is clean. And for the 9th round for forZe is taken by force, and Shalfey the trigger discipline and restraint to ensure it's a round-winning tap to the side of the skull.
And the hunt's on here as well. It's not just Krad searching. You can also see more forZe members making their way back through T-spawn and cut off at the pass. Krad's going to spot him and decapitate some Pius there. What a tidy shot. The AWP removed, and maybe this half is just going to go down the drain for ENCE here. This is fantastic Counter-Strike from forZe.
Yeah, I mean, how much do I attribute this to the fact that ENCE don't play Overpass?
Well, this is the thing. They're a 7-map pool team.
Ah, right.
Yeah.
So when I go to the Overpass and I change it to like the last 12 months and I add the exception of the roster, unclick NertZ. Okay.
Yeah, look, it's not one of their favorite maps. No one's saying that.
No, in their entire existence with the 4-man roster, they've won it a grand total of 5 times.
And this is forZe's most played at 21 in the last 3 months. They're one of those rosters on the grind right now, right? So they're getting a lot of practice. Something even Swisher just spoke about in the Astralis cast. He's saying, like, yeah, we get a lot of things from tier 2 teams because not only do you have to innovate to stand out, but you play so much CS online when you're a tier 2 European team. You're playing these constant cups, these qualifiers, as well as CCT league. So forZe putting in the hours, and right now they're paying off power hours as they look to make this a very quick overpass. That's a beautiful shot on the jump, and a 4v3 now with the one gun gone.
That was a good opener from Madden, but that's all this round will be. There's a couple of deagles and a smoke to get through now. His gun's going to be quite difficult to scoop on up. Now it's just a matter of time, which is the classic overpass situation here. But more than enough utility to head back towards the B bomb site and have a potent execute. Got a couple of smokes, flashbangs, and even a molly for good measure.
And still, Jerry isn't killing, but he's commanding his troops very well.
Yeah. Sometimes all you have to do.
No one's been making crazy individual plays. Even though Krad's been like the A-lurker, he's been so passive and finding all these gaps and killing NertZ on the aggression. And now he's just snuck right past NertZ into connector. This could come back to bite him, though. It's the only way ENCE can win this round. And NertZ has whipped the shot. He'll run away. forZe out B.
Oh, and Snappy's a dead man. Oh, nice from Diha. One more to Jerry. They're running light on time. zorte saves them from a red face, but 10 for forZe, and the red face has got double digits on the attack.
I want to return to the conversation about ENCE and Overpass as well. You heard Yanko on the desk there. He highlighted the fact that, you know, this is something that if you know that if you leave it open that they're going to pick it 100%, then you can prepare specifically for the matchup. Now, it doesn't look like it's helped them so far. Wow.
That was on the jump.
But there's also a lot of other things in the sense of this is the first bunch of officials we get to see ENCE with NertZ.
Yeah.
So what has Snappy wanted to change? How have they wanted? So you know, we're learning about ENCE right now.
And a lot of the time, it seems that D has given up positions for NertZ, at least from the conversations we've had with the team.
Yeah, definitely some of them, right?
Yeah.
So that's something as well. Once you get a bigger sample size of maps, you can go and compare the pair, right?
Yeah.
Where was...
What is this? These guys are playing a different type of Counter-Strike, man. That was a jump peak.
That's what happens at 2 in the morning playing Face It free right there.
I hope he says it was his mouse wheel. Just sorry, mouse wheel.
Seriously, shalfey. Like the frags he's provided in one half of Counter-Strike alone. He is definitely growing in my good books. Result
just cleared above the light, which is a boost we saw towards the end of last year, like 1 or 2 teams use, which is a kind of cool boost. What a weird clear, man. forZe are nerding it right now, and they should never win that fight. Some Pyres, too many targets, couldn't pick a piece, and now they get picked apart. 5v2, both left at B. This is probably a 12-round half, chaps.
Jesus.
Yeah, I don't think we're going to have a 14-1 type comeback that we did on
Only if you believe in it,
day.
though, Chad.
No, we're not doing that again.
Oh, but ENCE.
We're not doing it. It's not the same.
No.
It's not the same.
What about when we get to Anubis, though? Then...
Maybe.
Then...
Maybe.
Those T-sides,
yeah.
Well, that's the thing, right? forZe on Anubis opted to start T-side.
Well, oh, of course. I mean, yeah, I can barely blame them. Like...
But that's what I think is good for them. Yeah, but that's what I think. If they're able to keep this match to, like, just... Right now, they're dumpstring ENCE. If they're... Look at Jerry now. He's going to activate.
Yeah, go on, lad.
It's all the frags coming on through. So 12 to go. If you hold ENCE, right? If you keep them at, let's say, I don't know, 16-6, right? If you hold them there, they win pistol, get the conversions, whatever, you close. Then you go into Anubis, you start T-side, you start throwing a couple of things that ENCE weren't expecting.
They feel helpless.
They weren't fragging a lot, things aren't working, you keep hunting them. There was that jump peek from shalfey. And then they get, I don't know, what, 4 or 5 rounds on the CT half of Anubis, which is very possible that it could unfold that way.
Doable.
And then they go into their second half and it already feels like they're defeated and it's like, what are we playing for? We're already in the playoffs. It's over.
Right.
Right? Like that is worst case scenario for ENCE here. So a lot of things are going to be tested for them here today.
Had a bit of an AWP showdown there. It was zorte firing off a shot, but it's
of course it is. Of course it is.
Both of these guys have hit that shot now.
They're not missing.
Nice one back. Gets away. NertZ in that underpass, but there's a real easy way into that B bomb site. D is not really going to be able to stop him. Actually, I say that. He does get the opportunity for a moment. The smoke now bloom. And it seems that ENCE have had their fate sealed in this one. Over the top, nice flex. They finish with style and pizzazz.
Just a great understanding of how they wanted to approach this half from forZe here. 12 on the T side is magnificent, and Sampaius, the last man standing, is now known. They had these 2 days off. It looks like forZe have used them wisely. This is a great way to set yourself up on your map pick to take things home and put yourself 1-0 up in that column. Hunting for that quarterfinal berth, forZe would be the most unusual name of the bunch, alongside of Vitality, Heroics in the mix, Cloud9. Those are the teams that forZe will find themselves standing next to here.
And they'll probably start preparing for this evening. They've got those playoffs quite just around the corner. I mean, this is Group D. You know, there's going to be, what, a day for media on tomorrow, and then we're straight in to the nitty-gritty.
And the playoffs. So let's go to a break. We'll come back with the second half of play. Don't go anywhere. This might be a quick one.
One of the greatest stories that's never ever told. Man, I'm different, I've been gifted, but sometimes I be tripping inside of my mental. It happens in an instant. Man, I'm striving for freedom. I get hate from the hecklers, good thing I don't need them. It's just me and the ones that I came with all of my homies around. I promise that I can't miss. Climbing up high, never look down below. Gotta get the prize, telling the vomit knows. The pain temporary, man, I never been scary. Just a little apprehensive, but I've been fine before. Struggle is part of the process. It's hard to digest, but let me digress. And maybe I'll press on to the next journey. I'll be yelling for some help, and I know that they heard it. Rock solid all times, and I'm down 10 toes for the ones that deserve it to earn it. Sunshine through the blinds, and my life feels straight, but I know I'm for sure not perfect. Patience, hustle, got everything off the muscle. Pain, love, those are the things that I juggle. Hey, go win. Through the pain and the struggle, I survived top 5, now I'm going with the win. Hey, I'm going in. Right here, right now was a whole lot better than the place I've been. Man, I gotta be stronger, wiser, better than I was before. Gotta stay on guard, and I know that's hard, cause I don't know what's in store. Maybe I'll go where to, don't know. But when I'm back against the wall, I'll be good.
Don't be afraid of the dark, be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you, baby. Don't let them rain on your spark. Keep it close to your heart. All of the pressure's gonna drive you crazy. Close your eyes to the madness. In the morning it's all gonna vanish. Don't be afraid of the dark, be careful with stars. Not every light is gonna guide you. Not every light is gonna guide you.
Yeah, when I blow up, I'ma soar high like...
Making magic when they need it most.
Back from the break and back into the action. ENCE taking on forZe, the upper bracket final. Winner of this one will find themselves skipping a couple of days of play for the ESL Pro League Season 17 playoffs. Don't have to worry about any games until, I think, Thursday. So that one could be sitting pretty tidy, and especially for forZe, or forZe, depending on how you want to say it, or who you are, or I don't know, a lot of different factors.
I just grew up on the forZe games. That word ended in an A. I'm calling them forZe. That's my self-explanation, but you can call them whatever you want. Obviously. Preferably with respect.
Yeah.
But you can call them whatever you want.
Yeah. That was with respect.
The hell?
That was a love tap.
Kind regards. Signed, sincerely, zorte.
And what a player as well, because forZe for the longest time had Z-Power, a talented AWPer on the team, and when he was cut, a lot of people were questioning if they could find an AWPer who could fill the role, who could look as flashy, but that guy did fall off massively on T-sides, and if there's one thing we've just seen, zorte's just put on a masterclass on T-side Overpass with the AWP, finding constant picks, winning the head-to-heads against some Pius, making him look very weak in this match right now. So forZe are going to keep fragging out, keep re-peeking, and keep finding kills.
Oh, off the flash as well. Another head just rolls, and yeah, ENCE just absent a threat at this point in time.
Yeah, said heads rolling. I think eyes are rolling right now for ENCE. Hey, we left Overpass through. We've discussed this situation, and zorte's found another. Look at the body language there of Madden. Just can't believe it. There's nothing they can get away with here, and it's Snappy with a P250 in a 1-on-5 situation. Won't be long for this world. They're going to run him down. Steps out, and he'll get the frag. So this is going to be a quick first map of play here. I'm going to say that with certainty.
Yeah, makes a change. But it is definitely going to be a quick day in the office for forZe on our first map.
I like zorte's posture. You can see he seems quite focused on it. I'm going to try and work on mine here for the remainder of this. Well, what's on Resalt's mouse pad? I want to go have a look.
I didn't see. I saw Simple playing with notes on his mouse pad.
Yeah, we were discussing that yesterday,
I was thinking, how, like, I'm swiping, I'm clearing the dust off my mouse. The atoms, the molecules, I'm wiping them off.
Look at this.
Oi.
That's
didn't
a
even
nice
look on the
replay.
screen.
That's cool. All right, well, it's an ENCE force buy.
Kind of had to at this point, right? You need to flip the script after the pistol loss. You don't have the room to wait for rifle rounds. That's unreasonable from Snappy. That's just straight up not cool.
What was that?
Couldn't tell you.
BM.
And now they're going to group A. Do forZe panic? Krad with a re-smoke at the short side, but it's actually quite nice because they probably won't run through it. They've still got that headshot angle. He doesn't need to take those fights with a gun like this. He's going to use that smoke to get close, and this is nice. D has dead man. He doesn't know it yet. Krad will find that equalizer as ENCE regroup down on B.
They're trying to go. NertZ will get the smoke down just in time. It's going to be only Jerry to respond initially, and on the cross, they do find him out. They know he's on towards Graffiti. Getting across, going to be hard though. Now with the bomb to be planted. It's just a pedestrian retake. They don't have a kit, but we need some frags out of these Deagles and Scout. That's one from Pius. He has Snappy partnered up with him, and good damage as well. That MP9 is still connecting. He's getting it done. And it's still zorte finding multi-kill. Now, one of them can be one shot. It's shalfey. But a Scout really not the most ideal weapon for the job, and zorte leaps with a single point of health to spare. He hits his shot, but zorte does too.
I think it's good that ENCE don't know the difference between that and a round. They don't know it's one health, and I think that's all the better. They're all the better for it. That's a horrible way to lose the round. Oh my God.
At least, look, I don't want to pay any positive. Look, as much as they get the bomb down, and it means it's another competitive round we have coming up here, this is still only going one. What a peak from zorte.
He had 74 HP. I wonder if he calculated it. Like, well, it's going to be a 73 body shot.
There's always a chance, you know?
That's 73.
All right. Well, yeah, it's hard to even. This is a blowout, guys.
It is.
Yeah.
It's had moments where ENCE could have potentially, I wouldn't say turned the tide, but had a few more rounds. I don't think this has been necessarily the most competitive affair at all. A close round like that could change the course of the early game of this second half, but it is T-side Overpass. I would say this is the hardest T-side in the game at the moment.
Yes, and NertZ gave them even a few chances at the start of the map. A few 5-on-4 rounds that forZe still pulled back and won. And yeah, if zorte wasn't having enough fun already, it's about to get even more enjoyable. He hit that. Some Pius tagged by the AWP, and zorte's going to use the smoke to escape. Feeling no pressure right now.
But you can see with a move like that he's playing the game he wants to play. Because if he was worried about dying there's no way he underhands the smoke and then tries to get away, right? He's making these moves where he knows exactly what he wants to do. There's no hesitation, straight into the peak, straight into the fights. And, well, probably straight into the 15th round here. There's no util, sure.
They're faking footsteps at 14-3 and then going back to a triple B. They know ENCE heard that.
Yeah. They think they might only have two to deal with. And Restol's got the first info on the crawl. This setups are just so well oiled out. Yep, Restol, not surprised, he posts another headshot as it's too good. forZe, this is a flawless defense. There's nothing here for ENCE. 15-3. And I do think, I mean, obviously in a stomp, the KDs are going to be impressive, but you're looking at a 20-kill haul to
zorte's only died 4 times.
Deaths.
5 KD.
A 5 KD.
And nearly 100 ADR while he does it.
On one side, forZe are thinking, we waited 3 days for this, and on the other side, ENCE are saying, we waited 3 days for this.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm excited for Anubis. I feel like it's probably going to be tighter. I'm worried about what forZe's T side's going to look there, as in it might be very dominant. But I hope ENCE are going to come in a little bit more prepared. But statistically, it's a map that's not been good for them, so they kind of have to flip the script in that second one. Right now, we're seconds away from it, because forZe, 4 kills, call it 3, are sending ENCE out of this map with a whimper.
Oh dear. Individually, not even a chance for the ENCE players to really get activated in this one. Just Snappy, a 1-on-5 situation, being game leader. He's going to grab the first.
And that's where it ends, because 16-3, the final scoreline on our first map. Now you throw in the GGs and the well played, because they're feeling very hurt after that one. ENCE need to shake that off, try and get their heads back into the game, but it seems like forZe have come to play, going to try and reset, and we will too, because when we come back, we're going to be talking all about